Weilà, weilà raga, come state ragazzi? Today we're going to be talking about possessive pronouns and adjectives in Italian. This is a pretty straightforward lesson. It incorporates a lot of concepts from gender and number agreement, and we're also going to be putting in a lot of stuff from the present tense. So it's a perfect time to do this lesson now. All right, let's take a look at our digital whiteboard. Let's talk about possession. All right. So we're going to talk about possessive adjectives and pronouns. Fantastico. Very nice. I possessivi è un modo per dirlo in italiano. Possessivi is a way of talking about it in Italian. Or pronomi possessivi. Let's say that. Pronomi possessivi. Possessivi. Cool. Very nice. So let's see how these are used. We first have the category of my. So this is how we're going to talk about possession. My, yours, him, hers, theirs, all of that good stuff. So let's begin with my. Everything has to do with gender and number in Italian. La concordanza, as we also call it. So we have il mio for masculine singular. I miei, masculine plural, or a group of masculine and feminine things. La mia, feminine, singular. Le mie, feminine, plural. Let's do an example. Let's do a masculine one first. Il mio libro. That means my book. I miei libri. My books. La mia macchina. That means my car. Macchina can also be machine. Le mie macchine. That means my cars. Nice, right? What if we wanted to make some of these into a sentence? We could say, questo è il mio libro. This is my book. Questi sono i miei libri. These are my books. See how everything nicely comes together using the demonstratives over here, present tense verb of essere, and then including what we just learned right now, followed by singular and plural nouns. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool, man. Once you know a little bit of stuff, you can start speaking in full sentences. It's really exciting. Cool. So that's the my section. Let's now begin with the your section. And I'm going to put this in green. Let's do that as well up here. Beautiful. All right. Your. We say il tuo, i tuoi. Masculine singular, masculine plural. La tua, le tue. So, let's build a sentence. Questo è il mio libro. Non il tuo. Okay, what did we do here? This is my book, not yours. This is using it as a possessive pronoun because it's taking the place of another noun. What is yours? Book. But it's understood in this situation. We know what we're talking about. Here it's being used as an adjective because it's describing the book. It's showing possession. Cool, right? Oh, man. It's cool. Grammar can be a lot of fun, guys. It could be a lot of fun. Questo è il mio libro, non il tuo. Wonderful. Let's now move on to, we're going to do ours and yours, and then we'll get to the third person, okay? Because the third person needs a little bit of explanation. Then we have ours, or our. Okay. So we have il nostro, i nostri. Masculine singular, masculine plural. La nostra, le nostre. Now the voi version, yours plural, is very, very similar. So that's why I'm going to keep it here. Il vostro. Let's do this, the singular feminine. La vostra. Shake it up a little bit, right? I vostri. Le vostre. Let's do a similar example to what we did with the book. Let's say, questo è il nostro libro, non il vostro. Which would mean this is our book, not yours. And it's you're talking to a group of people. Cool, right? It's not that hard. It's really straightforward stuff. Now let's talk about theirs, or their in the singular. This one is super easy. Ready for it? Il loro, la loro, I loro, and you guessed it, le loro. Bello semplice. Cool. So I could say I loro amici sono qui. Their friends are here. Using the loro conjugation of essere, saying I loro to say their friends. This is going to be masculine plural, or it's the mixed. And qui means here. I loro amici sono qui. Beautiful. Speaking in full sentences with just a little bit of information. It's awesome. Now, let's get to the third person singular. There is what we call third person plural. The third person singular is his, hers, its. His, hers, its. Nice. Okay. We have il suo, la sua, I suoi, le sue. So, why did I leave this one for last? Because I feel this is probably the most important one. Now, it does give some people some confusion, but sometimes I hesitate to lead with that because I don't want to set you up to think you'll be confused, because I know a lot of you are going to get this real easy. Okay, let me show you this. Il suo libro. This can mean one of three things. His book, her book, its book. It can be any one of the three. It just depends on context. The most important thing to know about possession is this, and I'm going to put it in red and then we'll jump back up there for a moment. Most important. Okay. What matters is the gender of what is possessed. Possessed. That's the most important thing. It doesn't matter the gender of the person. Because, take a look at my, for example, okay? So I'm male, and I'm going to say this. La mia casa. This means my house. When I am speaking as Tom, it does not matter that I am male. What matters is the gender of what I possess. That's what matters. Because it is a possessive adjective. Adjectives modify nouns. They give us more detail. So this is a house. Whose house is it? Mine. Why do we say la mia? Let's scroll back up to when we were at la mia. La mia is for feminine singular words. We begin in the my category because we're talking about something that's mine. If I want to say something that's yours, we've got this category here. And it would be la tua casa. Whether or not you're male or female does not matter because what you're possessing is female. That's the most important thing. So, beautiful. Let's scroll back down. So that's why, when it comes to the third person singular, I give them a little bit of more time. because sometimes people get confused. Because when I'm saying il suo libro, it's either his book, her book, or its book. Doesn't matter if you're male or female. The gender of the object matters. That's it. Okay. So that was it. Nice and easy. Nothing crazy, right? Nothing crazy. Just wanted to make sure that I made that clear. Let's just do a few more examples here. We're going to talk about what is commonly referred to as the family member. Rule or exception. Okay. So here's the one thing to know. We always say il mio, la mia, il tuo, la tua, and so on. Always use the definite article with the possessive pronoun or adjective, however it's being used. However, you don't have to. You could, but you don't have to. When you talk about one family member, doesn't matter whose it is. It could be his family member, hers, ours, doesn't matter. For one family member, you don't have to use the definite article. All right. For example, mia madre, my mother. Tuo padre, your father. Il scusate, so used to using it. Vostro cugino, your cousin, as in a group of you guys. Nostra zia, our aunt. This is the one exception to the general rule, where you always say il mio, la mia, I miei, le mie, and so on. The one exception. That's it. Just in this one isolated incident, or this one isolated situation. If instead you're talking about a group of family members, I miei nonni, my grandparents. It's not one family member, it's multiple. I tuoi zii, your aunts and uncles. I tuoi zii. Not one family member, it's multiple. You also have to use the article if you describe that one family member. So if I say, il mio fratello minore, my younger brother. I'm using a word here to describe him. Therefore, I need the definite article, because the definite article refers to something specific. You could think of it that way. Yes, if I'm saying mia madre, it's specific, but the idea is sort of like everyone has a mother. So we know what mother you're referring to. It's the only one you've got. You could think of it that way. Il mio fratello minore. But if I just say my brother, it's just mio fratello. If I'm saying multiple siblings, I miei fratelli. Doesn't matter then if I want to add I miei fratelli minori. Maybe I have multiple younger siblings. I'm the oldest. That doesn't matter. The whole thing is that if you're just talking about one family member, you don't describe them, you don't need the definite article. Otherwise, you always do. Otherwise, you always do. All right? So that is it, guys. That is it for possession. Nice, simple, straightforward, right? Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much, as always, for checking out this video. Always remember to spread the love and stay tuned for our forthcoming grammar lessons. Alla prossima!